Hello and thanks for joining us today at noon. I'm Mackailyn Johnson. Here's a look at some of the top stories we're following today. Now at noon, Highland Park Independence Day Parade mass shooter 21-year-old Robert Cremo III made his first court appearance this morning. What details we've learned today. And following the reversal of Roe v. Wade, dangerous home abortion treatment suggestions are rapidly spreading online. Just ahead, our Verify team breaks down what you need to know. Plus, a new perk of paying for Prime, what the new partnership Amazon is announcing for its members today. But first, meteorologist Nathan Scott is with us, and we're talking about what everyone is talking about right now. It is hot, hot, hot out there. Good afternoon, Mackailyn. Yes, it's going to be another scorcher out there once again today, and the layer of soil right at the top is starting to dry out very quickly. So a lot of county judges around the state are now declaring burn bans. We're up to 22 counties now across Arkansas, and it does include the counties of Faulkner, White, Cleburne, Van Buren, Pope, Searcy, Stone, Independence, Polk, and many more. And this map is constantly changing. So if you must burn, use extreme caution. Talking about using extreme caution, if you're going to be out and about, make sure you stay hydrated, stay cool, take frequent breaks. We've got a heat advisory in effect for a large part of the state. The exception is pretty much in the Ozarks. Excessive heat warning in eastern Arkansas. That's because heat indices could be over 110. Look at the temperatures out there right now. 96 in Little Rock, 97 in Conway, 95 in Hot Springs, but it feels like 106 already here in the capital city. Everybody pretty much feels like 100. The only good news is we've got a little bit of a light breeze. That helps things out a little bit, and radar, it's all quiet. It's going to stay quiet out there. No showers expected here in central Arkansas. Highs today topping out into probably the low triple digits. I'll let you know if there's any heat relief in my extended forecast coming up. Thanks, Nathan. And with that, many of us are reaching for the thermostat to beat the heat. But here's something to consider. Did you know that our energy here is also tied to cities as far north as the Canadian border? Arkansas and many other states throughout the Midwest are on the Mid-Continent Independent System Operator, or MISO grid. States further to our north are experiencing heat waves they're not used to, so there's warnings for them to conserve power. Entergy Arkansas says there's no threat of rolling blackouts because of what they're experiencing, but the tips they share are important issues to avoid in the future.
And so the best way we can do that, again, is ask our customers to just be mindful of how much power they're using so that we don't create too much demand on the grid.
Hinkle wanted to emphasize it's MISO that determines when those power limiting measures happen, not your local power company. And a reminder, North Little Rock is once again opening its cooling center at the North Little Rock Community Center. It's located at 2700 Willow Street near North Little Rock High School. Pets are allowed and there are vending machines to get a snack. It's open 10 to 6 through Friday. And the East Little Rock Community Center is also open today from noon until 6 on East 6th Street. The city plans to keep it open through this Friday. Now in developing news, less than 24 hours ago, we learned of the first case of monkeypox in our state. The Arkansas Department of Health is withholding the name and location of where the case was confirmed. And while this news is concerning, there is a silver lining of sorts. According to Dr. Jennifer Dillahay, monkeypox is not as contagious as other viruses like COVID-19. COVID-19 is airborne. Monkeypox, on the other hand, is not. It is transmitted through direct skin contact with its infectious rash, scabs, or body fluids and contaminated items such as clothing, also through respiratory secretions during prolonged face-to-face contact like kissing. In our neighboring states, Texas has 20 confirmed monkeypox cases, Missouri has 3, Oklahoma has 2, then Mississippi, Tennessee, and Louisiana currently have no confirmed monkeypox cases. We will hear from Dr. Dillahay tonight on THV 11 News at 5 and 6. The suspect in the Highland Park Independence Day Parade mass shooting is being held without bond as details about his past interactions with police raise questions about why he was allowed to legally purchase guns. Bradley Blackburn reports from Highland Park, Illinois.
The alleged gunman who opened fire at a 4th of July parade outside Chicago appeared in court Wednesday to face 7 counts of first-degree murder.
Based on the information that the investigation has produced so far, The judge found that the evidence was at such a level that he could be held without bond. Also, because the fact that it is a man.
According to Highland Park police, authorities were called to Robert Crimo III's home twice in 2019. In April of that year, officers responded to a reported suicide attempt, and again in September when a family member told police the suspect had a collection of knives and threatened to, quote, kill everyone.
The police removed 16 knives, a dagger, and a sword from Crimo's home. At that time, there was no probable cause to arrest. There were arrests.
The family didn't press charges. Officers did notify state police of the incident, but months later he was allowed to obtain a state firearms owner's ID. Police say he legally bought 5 weapons, including the high-powered rifle used in Monday's shooting. Illinois does have red flag laws that allow for guns to be taken away from someone in distress, but the suspect did not own guns in 2019 and had no further interactions with police. This community is mourning the 7 people killed, including Irina and Kevin McCarthy, who were at the parade with their 2-year-old son.
It makes no sense how anyone could do this to a child where there are children.
Natalie Laurent says she and her family were right next to the McCarthys. That's their plaid blanket.
And to think that that could have just as easily been us.
The boy is now being cared for by his grandparents. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, Highland Park, Illinois.
A GoFundMe account for the boy has been set up and has raised more than $2 million so far. And in the wake of the deadly police shooting of 25-year-old Jalen Walker, Akron, Ohio's mayor says he is ready to lift a curfew put in place after protests over that deadly police shooting. But community leaders and Walker's family continue to cry out for change.
Nobody deserves that. I don't care what protocols are in place. They need to change the protocols if that is their procedure. Deers only are required to be shot once. And he was riddled with, everybody saw it.
25-year-old Jalen Walker died last week when police shot him more than 60 times after he fled a traffic stop. Walker was reportedly unarmed when he was shot. And back at home, there's a community that's on high alert after 2 shootings happened within 24 hours at an apartment complex. It started early Monday morning at the Big Country Chateau Apartments. Little Rock police say one woman was injured and another man shot dead in the early morning hours of July 4th. We looked into police records, and since January of 2020, police have responded to more than 5,000 calls to this area in Little Rock for everything from disturbances to shootings.
It used to be really pleasant around here, and now neighbors are afraid to come outside, even check their mail. And I keep praying for it, and I keep encouraging the other people around here, if you see something, say something. You know, don't hide behind curtains and drapes.
Ward 6 Director Doris Wright says that every time there's a shooting, it just adds to more trauma. Other neighbors that didn't want to talk on camera say they also feel the same type of fear. Faulkner County Police is confirming the details of a deadly shooting between 2 juveniles. Here's what we know right now. Police say they found one minor dead at a home on Schultz Road Monday night. A short time later, deputies took the suspect, another juvenile, into custody. The suspect is facing charges of capital murder pending a court appearance. And this morning, a community mourns as the Cleburne County Sheriff confirms a second teen has been found dead in Greers Ferry Lake. Police now say 2 teenage boys died while swimming around Dam Site Park at a spot called Trouble Island. Searchers recovered the second victim late Tuesday afternoon. At this time, neither person has been identified. The next January 6th hearing has been scheduled for Tuesday, July 12th. On Sunday, a House Select Committee member told Face the Nation that it will focus on efforts to assemble that mob on the mall. The committee has yet to announce any witnesses. In a little over a month, Arkansas lawmakers will be back in Little Rock for a special session. Governor Asa Hutchinson will issue a call for the week of August 8th. This comes as the state finance department reported a $1.6 billion surplus collected in the last 12 months. And the governor says that shows the state is collecting too much in taxes. He plans for the session to focus on tax cuts for Arkansans. And those hoping to see recreational marijuana on the ballot this November only have a few more days to collect signatures. In total, the petitions in Arkansas must have just over 89,000 signatures by this Friday to qualify. Since Arkansas voters approved medical marijuana in 2016, there are 38 dispensaries in Arkansas and 82,000 people with medical marijuana cards. In just 6 minutes, the Verify team is back to break down the truth from fiction and online suggestions for at-home abortion treatments. Plus, Nathan.
The heat is on, Mackailyn. It's going to stick around for the next few days, but there is a chance of maybe a little bit of rain and some slightly cooler temperatures in my extended forecast. I'll let you know when next.